Do you really need Photoshop if you can edit any image with AI in seconds? Hey guys, this is Stefan, and today we're gonna check AI image editing tools that potentially replacing Photoshop. So I have prepared the list of 3 top models such as Flux Kontext, GPT-4o and Gemini, and we will take a look which one is good enough to replace Photoshop or can it at all. So for this video I prepared 3 tests. So test number 1, the pretty common case is object removal and replacement. So we'll try to remove this car from the street, or alternatively we'll try to replace it to an older car. The second test will be a style transfer. So we'll actually take an image, a portrait image, and the first one we'll try to turn it into a portrait in Renaissance painting style, and another one is a little bit easier, is a cyberpunk style. So let's take a look like which one will do that the best. And the third one will be about scene composition. So in first one we will try to put this man into this cafe, and the last one we'll try to put this golden retriever into a winter scene. Okay, so let's get it started. So first we will start with the Flux Kontext. It's a recent model that actually shows some amazing results. So you can take a look and read about it on the Black Forest Labs official website. And there's a few ways actually how you can test it. So my favorite ways are by using Fold.ai. So it's the easiest way. Also you can find it in Crea. You can go to edit and you can find this model is already available here. You can see Flux Kontext Pro, Flux Kontext Max. So this model is paid but is relatively cheap, and all around the platforms it costs approximately 4 cents per one image, which is really good price. And if you buy a subscription like Crea, it might cost even cheaper. Okay, so let's start with object removal, and I will be using Full AI. It's very convenient. Here you can go to explore, you can find Flux Kontext, and there is a drop down, you can see all the available. So we'll be using Max, and we'll start with editing. So let's switch to Kontext Max editing. Let's select our image and let's put a prompt. And at the same time, I can actually run a car replacement. Okay, so the first one is ready, and it is actually so good. I mean, guys, take a look. It almost kept all the details from the original image. So this is really impressive. Let's see if this is really good and there is no one better. Okay, let's take a look at another result. And here we have replacement to an old Italian car. And even though I see some problems with the plate number, but the car itself looks stunning. And it's like the image, again, the consistency of the image is amazing, and the car fits the scene exactly how I could imagine it. So this is bravo. Okay, so now let's test style transferring. Let's choose our portrait, and first let's do a Renaissance style, and let's do the same for cyberpunk style. Okay, so let's read the results. So the first one looks really good. I mean, I can definitely say this is the same person. I specifically chose like some prominent facial features that so we can actually see if this is the same person or not. And I would say like this is the same person. And let's take a look at Cyberpunk. Okay, wow, looks really good. And at first thought I think like it missing some details, but no, this is actually the same person, but the style just drastically changes it. Okay, and the last test is to actually test image composition. In Full AI, we need to switch model first. We go Kontext Max, editing, experimental multi-image. Let's go. So this one also available in Replicate, multi-image max. The only thing I didn't saw it possible to do in Crea, at least in editing tab, but you can go to image generation, and there is a Flux Kontext Pro where you can actually combine images. I don't know why they put it here, but I mean, for those who use Crea, it's available here. Okay, so let's add images, and let's add our first prompt. So this model supports more than 2 images, but as I understand right now, again, it is experimental, so the best results happens between 2 and 3 images. So let's do the same here and basically add our golden retriever in a winter scene and add a prompt. All right, So this is actually the same person, but this is not the same cafe, which is not what I expected. Image composition is probably not that good. In the meantime, we can take a look on the retriever in a golden scene. So the result is way better than the man in cafe shop. So I think the only thing here is a little bit concerning proportions. So the dog might look a little bit too big comparing to the houses on the background. But the good thing, this is actually my image. This is exactly the same scene, and the golden retriever is exactly golden retriever. So this one actually went way better. So, but again, if this is still experimental, we can try if the replicate actually have it done better. So let's compare. I will add the same images in replicate in their multi-image context max, and I put prompt, I add 2 images and press run, and let's see if it's any better. Okay, so I tested it in replicate, and it seems that this is a little bit more difficult task than I expected, and as we can see, it's not much different from Flux, and see, it's still not my cafe shop really. So this one, a little bit upset. But let's be objective. So guys, for those who use ComfyUI, it is also good news that you can find already a lot of workflows that utilizing Flux Kontext in an amazing ways. So for example, we can go on Running Hub and we can actually type Flux Kontext, and let's see, and go to the workflows and see how people already using it. And you can find like there's a lot of style transfer, there's like adding, like combining some images, Flux multi-image, free image editing, e-commerce product display 1, etc, etc. So you can take a look, there's a lot of things that people already using. So, and if you like content producer, etc, you definitely need to take a look here. Yeah, but the only one thing is that even though you can run it locally, it will still require you to have ComfyUI account, and it will actually use some credits. So the price is basically the same, it's 4 cents for 1 image. So, but again, here in ComfyUI, these flows give you much more flexibility. Or you can try to run it somewhere in a cloud, something like a Running Hub. It's very easy, you can just select the flow and you can go and launch it on the cloud and keep playing. Okay, so the next contestant is ChatGPT 4.0, which was before Flux Kontext and was showing extremely great result. Let's see if it actually still do better than Flux Kontext, or Flux Kontext already bypassed it. So let's do the first task. Let's attach the image. Let's first do the object removal. So the good thing about ChatGPT that it actually available in the same subscription, right? So you just need to check the GPT 4.0. It doesn't work with 0.3 and other models, but it is included if you already use OpenAI ChatGPT. Okay, so the first one ready. Let's take a look, and this looks good. This looks good, but from the very first glance, we can notice there's something different with colors, right? So the thing is that it is a known problem that ChatGPT, or even though it actually keeps the same scene, it tries to keep, it always do some changes, like general changes. So you can see this image is more saturated, and this like happens all the time. Even though it's saturated, the result is nice. But let's be honest, like Flux Kontext did that way better. Let's try to replace a car. So let's add a prompt and let's give it a bit time. Okay, so it's done, and this looks very nice. Well, I actually like the car, and the text on the plate number is way more accurate, even though I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like the number is a little bit broken, but that's fine. And yeah, the same problem persists, right? So we can see it's a little bit more saturated. Again, like it's a well-known problem, but in general, this is good. This is good, but still, I would say it only better in text, especially here. But the rest still, I would say Flux Kontext is still better. Before we continue, guys, please subscribe and like. It really helps me to stay motivated to give you amazing content about AI and some amazing capabilities. Well, let's take a look at how good it actually works with portraits and style transfer. So first one is already ready, and we can take a look. So the first thing I can tell, the facial features are not that good as it was in Flux, but still the result is not that bad. It's good, but it's not what we say image editing, right? So it's pretty much looks like it just generated. Let's take a look on the cyberpunk. And here actually the result is way better. So you can see the facial features and in general is basically the same person. But I must admit that the results from Flux were more interesting. But it is really good because it actually keeps the same person. So, and then there is another test, combining images. And here we go, I already tested it. There is a man and cafe. And what I can say is that this cafe actually looks way closer to my reference image. There is some things missing from the right side, but in general, it's way better that the Flux Kontext actually gave us. Yeah, surprisingly, but this is definitely better than what Flux Kontext gave me in terms of understanding the prompt. So let's combine a dog and a winter scene. Okay, and here we go, and this looks amazing. So I think this is even better than Flux Kontext. So what I like about it is that the proportions here looks way more natural, and there's more dynamics. So this dog is not just sitting, even though the reference is sitting. Like, so this picture I like a lot. Looks like ChatGPT is really good at combining things. Let's go to Gemini. Okay, so how do we actually use Gemini? So first you can go to gemini.google and basically you can work with 2.5 model, but 2.5 actually includes Imagen 4 or 3 model, depends on what plan you are, and we'll be testing 4, but it's not the best model in terms of editing. However, it works with a single image and understand the instruction, but we also will be testing the Gemini 2. Flash preview image that available in aistudio.google.com. You can go here, you can choose Gemini 2.0 and 2 Flash preview image generation, which we'll use for combining images. Because if you try to do that here, it will actually say it's not capable of doing these things. So let's start with the first one. Let's try to remove an object. Okay, so the car is removed, and I must say this is probably the best result so far because it's almost didn't change anything in the original image. I actually can see the same view, the same colors, etc. So fantastic job. So Imagen from Gemini is really good. Let's take a look how good it is for the car replacement. So for the replacement, it's not that good. So it actually ruined the original car. It added the car, but it did not remove the original car. So, well, not really good. We can try to redo it and see like if another will work better, but yeah, well, actually another seat works better. I guess you need to give it another chance, but still this is the first model that actually gave results like that. Now styles, changing style. Okay, so when I asked to actually create a portrait in Rinsen style, so this gives me a Mona Lisa, but definitely not my reference. So unsatisfied. Let's try to do a cyberpunk style. Now, the only one thing I like so far about Gemini is that it's way faster and it's good for removing items, as we can see. Okay, and yeah, the same issue here with style transferring. So yeah, the Imagen model is not that good. So as I said before, if we tried to combine images here, we'll actually not get any lucky. Sometimes it's actually give you some results. Sometimes we will actually let you know that it's not capable of doing such things. So this is true, and for this we'll go to AI Studio and let's select Flash. So let's do the same exactly here. So the Flash preview image generation model was actually designed and was promoted by its editing features, and it actually really good. So as I can see, the cafe is actually recognizable, and I can tell like that this is actually really good. This is same background, the same door, and same furniture around it. Well, this is really good result. That's probably the best one so far for this prompt. Let's take a look on the dog and a winter scene. All right, so here's the result, and I'm not impressed about the composition, even though it's actually what I asked probably, right? But those two models before gave me better results. And yeah, I can see like that the original houses are disrupted. It's not the same houses, definitely. Like just like you can see, and actually my dog's going nowhere. Oh, so sad. As we was testing in Gemini, we'll reaching Imagen 4. Let's see if style transfer works better in Flash 2. So let's use the same problem and see if like this model Gemini 2.0 Flash image is better than Imagen for editing purposes. Unfortunately, no, it actually goes in the same direction. Basically, yeah, both are developed or trained probably using the same data, and you can see there is not much difference. So this is it about top models. But as a bonus for those who are actually looking in something that can be open source and you can run locally, there is one interesting model for your attention. So we'll be checking so-called Step 1x edit model, and here is the official page where you can read about it. So you can go on a Hugging Face and try to test it here. Also, I was able to find a Comfy UI flow, and you can try to run it locally, but the only downside here is that it actually takes a lot of VRAM, so it requires at least 24 gigs. So I was doing some tests, and you can see like there is a car removal, remove the Volvo car. It actually keeps the original image, which is good, but the floor here is actually, you can see that someone actually working Photoshop's not really good. You can tell that it's not really good at Photoshop work, right? So there is some really good examples how this model can be used. You can find some example of workflows on Running Hub or any other places, but the good thing is, if you fine-tune it enough, as they explained, you can use it with LoRa's, etc. This is something you can actually run locally on your GPU, not paying any cents. So take a look on that. Okay, so let's make a conclusion. Which one is the best? So I would say there is no best model. So for some tasks, Flux Kontext shows really good results, such as object removal, such as object replacement, and probably that's the best results for today. But for image combining so far, maybe because it's not official, maybe because it's of only fine-tuned models available right now, but for image compositioning, I would say I really like some results from ChatGPT 4.0, even though it messes up some lights, etc. And Gemini 2.0 Flash actually provided really good results. When we was testing style transfer, also Flux Kontext shows like really good consistency in actually keeping face features, as you can see, right? And it's nothing to compare with GPT 4.0 or Gemini 2.0. So yes, Flux Kontext is better in general, but for some specific tasks, I encourage you to test all of them, and some of them, especially like in image composition, might give you a better result. Thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget, like and subscribe. See you in next video.